Scammers are always looking for ways to make a lot of money off innocent, unsuspecting people. One of the easiest ways to do this is through insurance scams. Insurance scams, if executed correctly, are surefire ways to earn a lot of money fast. However, due to more people using cameras in everyday life, it's harder and harder to commit these crimes. Every day more and more scammers are getting caught on cam, ending their scamming careers because people finally have a way to provide proof to get them arrested. Here are some of the craziest insurance scams caught on camera. You may want to invest in some surveillance cams after watching these scammers. Insurance scams. While driving down the road, a woman notices the car in front of her driving strangely. As they approach a stop sign, the car in front of her stops abruptly about 20 feet in front of the stop sign. The woman brakes fast and doesn't hit the car in front of her, but the driver of the stopped vehicle gets out and tells the woman that she's hit his car. In fear of the aggressive man, the woman drives away, but the man calls the police on her, saying that she hit his car. When police find the woman and pull her over, she tells them that she did not hit the man's vehicle. The police also notice that her car doesn't have any damage to the front of it. However, the man's car did have damage to the rear bumper. The police were able to side with the woman when she showed them the footage from her dashboard camera that proved she really hadn't hit the man's car. Paralyzed veteran caught walking. This footage may just appear to be a normal man walking around his lawn. However, it's actually proof of an insurance and disability fraud case. The man walking in the video had previously claimed to be paralyzed. The man had served in the military and had suffered injuries that had left him allegedly paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed. I have a TBI.
A foundation that was dedicated to housing disabled vets had given the veteran and his family a home for free. After they moved in, neighbors of the veteran started seeing the supposedly paralyzed veteran walking in his backyard. They alerted the foundation about the veteran, and the foundation tried to get in contact with the veteran via phone, but their calls were never answered by the veteran. After one of the neighbors was able to take a video of the veteran walking, the foundation sent an investigator who tried to speak with the veteran, but the veteran stayed in his bedroom and did not come out. A few days after the investigator had visited, the family moved out of the home without telling anyone and disappeared. Disability fraud caught on camera. These video clips were taken by a private investigator hired by the federal government. The videos are of a woman on vacation at Disney World. The woman is doing normal things anyone would do there, taking pictures, hugging characters, eating food, and riding rides. However, in the video, she's doing all these things using both of her arms. This is a problem because for over 6 years, she's been claiming 100% disability in her right arm. Over that period, she collected $304,000 in disability payments. They were probably used to pay for her vacation to Disney World.
Is there anything you guys want to say about the sentence today? Are you pleased with it?
No comment.
No?
Yeah.
The private investigator was able to get enough video evidence to charge the woman with disability fraud. Dashboard camera captures insurance fraud attempt. In this video of drivers driving down the freeway, the driver said that he noticed that the woman driving behind him had started to angrily wave her arms at him. Because of this, he pulled over into the other lane to allow her to pass. As she starts to pass him, she merges into his lane and hits the side of his car. Then she brake checks him multiple times to try and get him to rear-end her. Her car also didn't have brake lights, making it very easy for anyone to rear-end her. When they finally pull over, she gets out and claims that he hit her. He tells her that he has the whole incident recorded on his dashboard camera, but she still insists on calling the police.
You moved into my lane and hit me, I got you on dash cam. I got you on dash cam, so good luck with that. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
In a later video, the man explains that the footage he captured on his camera was able to help him in charging her for insurance fraud. Scamming couple caught on camera. In this video taken from a dashboard cam, a driver is driving down a busy street when the car in front of him brake checks him. Luckily, he pays attention and doesn't rear-end the car, but then the car in front of him backs up and rams into his car. A man and a woman get out of the car and start yelling that he rear-ended them. They argue for a little bit, but then the man points out that he's got a dashboard cam that recorded the entire incident. The couple instantly quiets down and gets into their vehicle. It seems as though they're discussing how to get out of this without getting charged themselves. Scary accident scam caught on camera. Some scams are scarier than others and life-threatening. In this video, the driver is driving down the road when a van in the other lane suddenly veers into his lane and stops abruptly, causing the driver to rear-end the van. The van driver then gets out of the vehicle and starts harassing the driver in the car that they just brake checked, saying that he rear-ended them when they were driving normally. The video is scary because it shows that the scammers obviously have no regard for the safety of others. The street was busy, and they put themselves and the driver of the vehicle they got to hit them in serious danger. All of that just for money. Luckily, the driver had a dash cam to help prove his innocence. Woman attempts to get workers' comp. In this video, a woman is sitting at her desk when a fire sprinkler head falls from the ceiling. It lands on the woman's desk but doesn't hit her. The woman looks around to see if anyone is watching, then picks up the sprinkler head and hits herself in the face with it. She then went to her boss to report that the sprinkler head had fallen and hit her in the face, and that she was seriously injured enough to receive workers' compensation for the injury.
She's basically staging an injury. This is one of the typical types of claim fraud that occurs.
However, the woman wasn't aware that there was a surveillance camera above her head that recorded the entire incident. She was charged for attempting to commit fraud. The blind scammer. These videos may look like a normal man driving and mowing his lawn and taking care of his home, when in reality it's actually evidence in a disability fraud case. The man in the videos had claimed that he was blind and had lived for years off of his disability checks. I'm not sure if it's more disappointing that someone would take money like this for years, or the fact that no one ever thought to check and see if he was really blind. Scammer caught on The Price is Right. A woman was caught for disability fraud in one of the weirdest ways ever, by being a contestant on The Price is Right.
Kathy Cashwell, come on now!
The woman had been getting workers' comp for a shoulder injury she sustained on the job. However, when she was a contestant on The Price is Right, she had no trouble using both of her arms to spin the wheel and win some big money. She was charged with disability fraud and pled guilty to the charges. Scammer slips on ice. In this video, a man is alone in the break room at his workplace. He appears to be getting himself a drink. He fills a cup with ice, but instead of drinking it, he pours all the ice on the ground. He looks around to see if anyone is watching, then takes a step onto one of the pieces and very fakely and dramatically slips. He rolls around on the ground acting as though he's in a lot of pain. Even though he checked to make sure he was alone in the break room, the man forgot to check if there was any cameras nearby. The video footage of the incident resulted in him being charged with an attempt to commit insurance fraud. Woman tries to get car to hit her. The driver involved in this incident in this video got very lucky that somebody caught the whole thing on camera. In the video, a car is trying to exit the parking lot when a woman walks up and throws herself onto it. She slides off the hood of the car and lies on the ground. She starts rolling around as if she's in a lot of pain and screams loudly. The driver could have been in a lot of trouble, but someone in an apartment nearby took a video of the entire thing and turned it in to the police.
I recorded it. That was fake, right? Hell no.
Scammer scams the wrong person. In this video, a car pulls up to a stop sign and makes a full stop. A man starts to wheel his bike out in front of the car, but then he throws the bike against the front of it and acts as though he's just been hit. Another man is nearby and acts as though he saw the car hit the man with the bike. Suddenly, the car flicks its police lights on. The car is an unmarked vehicle being used by an undercover cop. The officer gets out and arrests both of the scammers. If this isn't an example of insta-karma, then I don't know what is. Man gets another job while collecting workers' comp. In this video, a truck driver is filmed working on his truck, lifting heavy things, and basically just doing his job. The video was taken by a private investigator. The truck driver in the video actually has another job that he's collecting workers' comp from an injury he got on the job. He started taking the compensation along with time off work and got another job as a truck driver. His attempt to work one job but get paid for two didn't pan out because of his carelessness. The video evidence was used to press charges against him, and he pled guilty to the charges of disability fraud. Before we play the last clip you've watched this far, why not consider subscribing to our channel? We post 2 new videos every week showing you the dangers of the real world out there, so subscribe to make sure you stay up to date with our new releases. CCTV captures scam. In this video, a man walks down the middle of a street directly towards a car. The car tries to move out of the man's way so as not to hit him, but the man walks as close to the car as he possibly can. As it starts pulling away, the man reaches out a hand to hit the car, then falls to the ground as though he's been hit. The driver gets out to check on the man. The man gets up and acts as though his arm has been severely injured. However, he uses the injured hand to open the driver's car door and get inside the vehicle so that the driver can't drive away before the police arrive. The driver notices a CCTV camera recording the street. He points it out to the scammer. When the scammer sees the CCTV camera, he acts like nothing happened and walks away.